Ben Freeland with Freeland Auto, and we have new car franchise dealerships and independent used car dealerships as well. What's unique about MediaTree is that they're always there looking, analyzing your business to understand your people, the operations. They're able to kind of take the media and advertising message and apply it to what's going on in your business and how to make sure it's really effective and adjust and adaptable as well over time. So it's really been a good relationship.
MediaTree is kind of like a spider web. They like to go in and they like to know all the ins and outs. They even get involved in things that don't particularly incorporate what they're here to do, but they want to understand it so they can understand your business in a greater magnitude. That way they can get their hands around it, and that's where they're very proactive or very reactive to whether the market is sliding one way or the other. I think that's really what separates his team, and it all goes back to people. There's people behind that technology, and they're just, day in and day out looking at results and look at what's moving. And there's a lot of moving parts, not just in our industry, but in every industry. And they've done a really good job of being at the forefront of all that.
I think the strongest asset is when you apply business knowledge and understanding with the media and advertising and messaging. To me, it's when you really look at marketing, it's broader than just buying ads or pay-per-click or TV or whatever media that you're going to utilize. It's really how do you make sure it fits your operation, and it's something that you can maximize, get a real return on, and that builds your long-term goals.
The results are fast. He's got analytics to back everything up, and he treats your dollar as if it was his. And by doing that, he goes in and really goes after a return on the investment of the team as a whole.
I think really get to know your staff and the strengths and weaknesses, and try to help you overcome those over time, and to make sure then your marketing message rings true. And so then when the customers come in, I think the expectations kind of line up very strong. So, and it also helps you identify some weaknesses in your operation that you can apply. So it brings some business intuition into the equation, where most people just buy media, and I think there's a deeper relationship.
And I think that comes from, being part of our family. They come in and we get to know each other on an individual basis, and how we go out and operate. One thing that Ryan and his team has always done is they really want to know the nuts and bolts, not just, hey, here's what we can do for you, here's my invoice. I mean, they really get enthralled and they really take on a personal approach. So therefore, when we have wins or gains from a business aspect, they take pride in that as well. And then, of course, there's always things when things are not going in the positive direction. They've always done a really great job of really jumping in there and saying, okay, what do we do here? How do we fix it? And they course correct that, and they learn from it. And then they steer us away from those typical, we're car guys, so we're kind of normally going back to what we know. They say, no, let's go here. And we're kind of going against the grain. And for that, we see a lot of strides and a lot of success from that. And that's where it ties in. You wouldn't know that if you were in the halls of our store and Ryan or one of his teammates were here, you wouldn't know that they weren't just another employee. That's how they blend and mesh with our company so well.
They're always there looking, analyzing your business to understand your people, the operations, and they're almost a step ahead a lot of times. And I'll get a call on the way home at work at 5 to 7 at night, talking about what's going on in the business and our operations and how we can improve, or how the message, we can tweak a message. And they're always thinking 2 steps ahead, and where a lot of other companies talk about it, they do it, and I think that's a big difference.